Hey guys, welcome to the Wrestling Guy Presents, and I have a very special guest. We just finished a signing with him here at the Wrestling Guy store, and I'd like to present Impact Wrestling superstar, Robbie E.
Yeah. First I would just like to say I'm happy that you got my name right. It's Robbie E. and not Bobby E. For those keeping track at home, because someone earlier did call me Bobby E. I also like to say normally when I do podcasts, I tell you that I did my hair for your podcast, and you can hear that my hair is done nice through the microphone, but I can't do that because I am being recorded, video recorded also, so I can't do that, so my first line is kind of killed, so I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's why we got rid of the Butcher, because he butchered the name.
Yeah, there's this guy, the Butcher, that the past 2 hours I've heard about, and he comes here, and he just completely butchered my name. I mean, he's just a mean person, and I don't think you should let him in your store anymore.
He's gone now.
Okay.
Banished.
Feels a lot more positive in the room now that he's gone. Besides, I heard he tried on Lita's booty shorts.
Yeah, I think he still has them, actually.
He's wearing them.
He's wearing them, I think. That's why we had to kick him out, too.
I think this podcast just became NC-17. All right.
So how was your trip out here to LA?
It's good. I always love coming here. My fiance's in town also, which is cool. So we're going to meet up for dinner in a little bit. I hit the gym in the day. I went to Gold's, the Mecca, one of my favorite gyms around the world. And tomorrow I fly to San Jose, so another part of California.
I mean, you're doing a show up there, right?
BTW in Newark, California, which is right outside San Jose. My first time wrestling for them, and yeah, I'm excited. I heard good things.
What do you like about LA? Well, besides, I know you're going to go see, we were talking about NWA, the movie.
Well,
so we got to get you to Compton.
Well, you guys didn't know I'm from Compton? I'm from Compton. I don't know. The West Coast is fun because I'm not out here as much as I am everywhere. TNA normally runs most of their shows, East Coast, Midwest. So the West Coast, it's just I'm not out here that much, and it's like a different. When you land, it's like a different air. You feel it in the air that it's different. Not to mention, I was on the Amazing Race, the 25th season, and we actually finished our last leg. Our last race was in Los Angeles, which is where me and Brooke did horrible.
Well, let me ask you this before
so it was good to be back to the place that cost me $1 million. But,
How was filming the Amazing Race?
It was unreal, once in a lifetime experience. Living out of a backpack, and the same clothes and stuff. It was very different for me being outside of my gym routine, outside of eating right. It was crazy, but it all happened so quick. It's like surreal. And we made it to the finals, so we went the whole way. Some people were out after a few days. We went 32 days straight racing. It was crazy, once in a lifetime. I look back and like if you ask me right now the places we went, it'll take me like 5-10 minutes to. Oh yeah, and we were in Africa too, and we were in Singapore too. It's like it all happened so quick. It was weird.
Would you do it again?
In a heartbeat, yeah. Just with a different partner. Definitely with a different partner. But yeah, we do it.
With the Butcher.
I don't know about the Butcher.
We might see it on the Amazing Race, Butcher and Bobby E. But I heard you love In-N-Out while you're here.
I do. I mean, I wanted to, and you guys are refusing to take me. I wanted to go to In-N-Out Burger with you after this, but I guess I'm going to have to go. Well, I have to go eat with my girl because you guys won't.
Do you know about the secret menu?
Huh?
Do you know about the secret menu?
What's the secret menu?
The secret items that are not on the menu at In-N-Out that you could order, like the Flying Dutchman.
That sounds like a weird sexual. No.
NC-17.
What is the Flying Dutchman?
I think it's just the meat, right? It's just the meat by itself, no buns. So yeah, it is kind of like a sexual thing now that I think about it. No buns.
No meat.
Any others? Is that the only one?
No, there's various, right?
You can order like mustard fried or mustard grilled with the ground beef. They put mustard on it as they're cooking it.
Gotcha.
Then you can get.
Now you're really gonna make us look bad because now he's gonna be like, you know what, you guys didn't want to take me, and
yeah.
Animal style.
Let's get off the topic of In-N-Out Burger.
Leave it like cheese.
Next time.
I bet the Butcher would have taken me.
After he butchered the name.
The name of everything.
So what got you started in wrestling? And
I mean, like anybody else, I was obsessed with wrestling when I was a kid. I loved it. I got I'm 31. My brother's like 36, so he's 5 years older than me. So my older brother liked it, so I liked it. And I remember the first match I ever saw was Dan Spivey versus Sting on Sunday's TBS. I guess it was main event.
Right.
That was the first ever match I saw. And then, I was hooked. I was super into it through elementary school. I got into middle school, and I was too cool for it. No more wrestling. I started to like girls and stuff. I'm out of it. And then I got into high school, and I got back into it because that was like the Attitude Era when it was the cool thing to do, and like everyone liked it. And that's when I was really like, I want to do it. So I played all sports all my life, but when I got to high school, I was, as a freshman in high school, 14 years old, 13, whatever I was like, I'm going to be a wrestler. I already knew. So I started I was really little, so I started I dropped all the sports I was playing, and I just went to the weight room, and I waited till I turned 16, so that way the day I turned 16, I could join wrestling school, and I did. With 3 of my friends. 2 of them quit before the first match, and the other one I wrestled my first match, and then he quit, and then I still did it. And I had to have my parents drive me because I was 16. I didn't have my license yet. You don't get your license till you're 17. So I had my parents drive me, and then on my 17th birthday was my actual first pro match, which is pretty crazy. On my birthday was my first ever pro match.
Wow. Do you still see your friends that?
Yeah. No. One of them, not at all. The other one, maybe on Facebook, a message here or there. But one of them, the guy I actually wrestled in my first match that made it that far, is still one of my best friends.
Really?
Yeah.
What does he think now? Like, he sees you on TV, and does he tell you, like, man, I should
No,
stop
I
with
think
it?
some people get into wrestling and they just realize actually doing it isn't for them, and they would just rather be a fan and enjoy it that way. I think it's just, wrestling's weird, It's with traveling and the people you meet and everything. It's really got to, be something you enjoy and in your blood. And I know I meant to do it, and I think he's meant to watch it. He's meant to see if Randy Orton has a cup in his trunk.
I know some people like that. All right, were you Austin or Rock?
I just I didn't really have one person that I liked. I just liked wrestling in general. And by that time, I was so focused on becoming a wrestler, I didn't look at it like a fan so much anymore. So I don't know. I like them all.
Yeah. I was more of Austin.
But
I'm a fan. I was Gilbert.
Who was Butcher? Who'd he like?
Abdullah the Butcher. That's who he liked. Now we were talking too. You were a teacher.
Yes.
High school teacher.
Yep.
Was it easy to give up teaching to go? I mean, I don't think a lot of people know that you were a teacher.
So throughout when I was on the Independence, I went to college. I graduated for phys ed and health. I was a phys ed and health high school teacher. So my second year, around October of my second year teaching, I signed with TNA. So I would fly. I would take off. I ended up using up all my days throughout the year, and my principal knew what I was doing. He let me finish out the year, and they gave me emergency days if you're sick, but he let me do it to wrestle, which was really good. So it helped me start out. You know what I mean? But I would be out of school Thursday. I would fly to Orlando, film live TV, and fly back Friday morning, have someone cover my first class, and come in, and all my students were fist pumping in the hallways. The principal was fist pumping. They were all watching me on Thursday night. And now the next day in class, I'm trying to teach them about sex in health class. It's their work. But I mean, the kids thought it was awesome. Definitely to see someone follow their dream and actually achieve it is pretty cool for them, for role model kind of thing. And I won the X Division title right away in TNA, and I brought it into school and let the kids see it and stuff. And so it was awesome.
Do you miss teaching?
I don't really think about it. I'm so focused on wrestling. I have that to fall back on. It was great doing it, but wrestling is. I would miss a lot more than teaching,
So when you got the contract, they come to you, Impact, and say, hey, we want you to join.
Yep.
What was the first reaction? I mean, I'm sure you were excited.
It was all kind of surreal. That day I was there, I just had a tryout match. I wrestled a guy named Bobby Fish, who's in Ring of Honor now. He's a great wrestler, and we had a great match. And that day, during the day, they just were like, hey, you're from Jersey. A guy that I know, Pat Kenny Simon Diamond, who's an agent for TNA, told Vince Russo, who's the writer for the show, hey, Vince, this guy's from Jersey. You wanted to do a Jersey Shore character. And I was just like, hey, yeah, I'm from Jersey. And he was like, could you spike your hair? And I was like, yeah. So I had a few hours to figure it out. And I spiked my hair for the match, figured out how to fist pump on the entrance, and they just, after the match, had me do a quick interview and then just offered me a contract. The whole thing was surreal. It was right place, right time, just happened out of nowhere. So it was a great feeling. It's what I worked for 10 years. All I ever wanted in pro wrestling was to be able to wrestle full time. Didn't matter where I was. I just wanted wrestling to be my job,
You mean to tell me not everybody from Jersey knows how to fist pump?
Well, all right, I lied. I kind of did.
You mean the Jersey Shore? You know. Now, how did you got partnered with Cookie and some other partners, but you're still there and everything. I mean, you've had a lot of success in
Yeah,
Impact.
I mean, I've been here 5 years. It's hard to hold on. The thing is, you constantly have to reinvent yourself. So I had Cookie, and then after that, it easily, you know, when she wasn't there anymore, they easily could have said the same thing about me. But then they put me with Rob Terry, and the whole thing worked with Big Rob and Bigger Rob, him being my bouncer, the rope. We made it different, and the list, and it's stuff that's never been done in pro wrestling. And then when that was done, they put me with Jesse Goddard, which the cool thing about us was there's never been a tag team in pro wrestling where there's been two reality stars. There's been reality stars, but never a tag team of reality stars. And we both were on CBS, which is pretty crazy. Big Brother and Amazing Race teaming together. So it was pretty cool. We could say we were the only team to ever be two reality stars teaming together. And, yeah, Jesse's awesome. I mean, he's improved so much over the years, and he definitely holds his own now. Even though we are on the same terms that we were on, I still can't take away his ability in the ring.
Yeah, I saw that match last Thursday. That was
Street fight?
I mean, Wednesday. Yeah.
Yeah.
That street fight was pretty. That submission and the
some blood, some weapons. It's safe to say the bromans are done. For the time being.
I was gonna ask you, what's your highlight right now? I mean, so far. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot to accomplish.
There's a few, but honestly, it's just winning. Like it was winning the X Division title from Jay Lethal at Turning Point, or a pay-per-view. A year later, winning the television title from Eric Young at the same pay-per-view, Turning Point, and then two-time tag champs. We won it in San Diego at Bound for Glory, our biggest pay-per-view of the year. We won the tag titles, me and Jesse. And then we lost them to the Wolves and then won them back in Tokyo, Japan to become two-time tag champs. So just anytime you win a championship, at least to me, it means a lot and it's memorable. I'd say those are the biggest moments in my career.
We're going to see you as a TNA champion?
If I could be the world champion, I could be on the short list of wrestlers who have been a Grand Slam champion, which could say they've held every title in TNA. So hopefully that's my next goal.
TNA, of course, is going through a lot of changes. You have the Jeff Jarrett's back. Do you think that's good right now? I mean,
to be honest, I don't even know if Jeff is officially back. I don't think anyone does exactly what's going on. But if Jeff Jarrett's involved with anything, that's a good thing because Jeff Jarrett's a man. He's a great guy. He's super smart when it comes to pro wrestling, and so him being involved would be something I think everyone would be happy about.
It seems like Impact's going up. I mean, as far as getting better wrestling, it's not PG.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. Which was more for the
podcast.
Not no more. So I mean, what can you say? Like for somebody that hasn't seen Impact, what's different from WWE or Lucha Underground, and say, hey, come watch Impact? Because we know here in California, which we were talking about, that you guys wished that you would come out here more often in LA.
Yeah. And
I think it would be better, more beneficial for Impact to be out here in LA. What do you say to somebody that hasn't seen Impact? I mean, to get them to watch it.
It's different. It's an alternative. I mean, right from the get-go, when you turn on, if you've never seen it, you see that we have a six-sided ring, which right from the get-go takes you in. It's something different. And then just the action, the wrestling, the style of wrestling is different. We have the X Division, which is hard-hitting, fast-paced stuff, which you don't see anywhere else. Our girls are pretty badass. The Knockouts division is good. And then there's just a lot of it's wrestling based. There's a lot of wrestling on the show, Yeah,
because I think that's what hurts over here. We don't have you guys out here.
I wish we were on the West Coast more, yeah. But I mean, we have been on the West Coast, but I wish we were more. But hopefully in due time.
Yeah, I hope so because I think we need alternatives out here too.
Sure do.
We have some WWE Lucha Underground, but Impact I think would benefit more from being on the West Coast.
What do you think Butcher would think about that?
I don't think he'd call you Bobby.
Then you would know my name.
Are you going to do more indie shows?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much do. Whenever I have a weekend open, I like to fill it. I don't like to be home. I mean, beyond the fact that it's making extra money, I still love wrestling, and I just like being around it, talking to people, meeting new people. I do seminars to help younger guys, or I still learn stuff from guys. Wrestling's a thing where you never stop learning, so I like being around up-and-comers. I might see a move and steal it from them, that kind of stuff.
How about movies?
Did I just say that?
How about movies?
What kind of movies?
Would you like to be in A movie? I mean,
Sure, of course. Look at
you
my
offering?
look at this face.
not that kind of movie,
wait,
Roy.
this is
Not that kind of movie.
Not an adult movie.
Not-
Okay. 'Cause I know you got China coming to the store here in a few weeks. Hey, I'm just.
Are we going back to the Randy Orton?
It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying.
Have you been offered any roles?
No.
Movie roles, right?
Movie roles.
But if I would, in that industry, my name would be the Butcher.
You see, this is why we're not rated PG. Oh man, how does your fiance feel about you wrestling?
I'm just, like anyone else, they don't like me being away from home when I am. She travels a little bit, not as much as me, but yeah, I mean, that's it. We've been together on and off for over 10 years, so
Wow.
She pretty much knows everything about wrestling and has lived it all with me, so she knows just as much as anybody else, Even though she doesn't try to, but she'll use wrestling terms and stuff around the house by mistake. And
I'm gonna ask you this because I know somebody's gonna be listening. I asked you about it off the air. They said you were in WWE
yeah,
as one of the heartthrobs. And you said you've been asked that a lot. So do you want to kill that rumor now?
Let me rephrase. I don't think I've been asked that a lot. Maybe like once.
Okay.
But
You want to kill that rumor now?
yeah, they thought I was Romeo Roselli, who's actually a good friend of mine, and I have been asked once or twice, but that is definitely not me. Not that it's a bad thing if it was. They were a team in WWE, but yeah, no, not me.
What sports did you play in high school?
Well,
before high school.
Before high school, I played everything.
All of them?
Basketball, soccer, and baseball, everything up to high school.
What's your favorite, right? Like, besides wrestling?
Now, honestly, romantic comedies. I don't watch sports. I'm not going to lie. I watch rom-coms. Me and my girl watch movies every night. I don't even watch sports, and I should. But at least I admit it. If it's got Sandra Bullock in it, Jennifer Aniston, Paul
Yeah,
Rudd, China.
Funny story, I texted him a couple days ago. I mean, I called him because I wanted to check on some hotels
What did
or
I say? I
something.
was watching a movie?
And he was watching a movie. So I'm like, oh, maybe he's watching Terminator or something. I was like,
Did
oh,
I
my
say that
bad.
movie?
Yeah, he messages me. I hope you don't
Oh,
mind.
Magic Mike.
And he goes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
watching Magic Mike too. I said, well,
Hey, you know what? Well, I mean,
How was it?
I went to see my girl. It was good. It was awesome. It was hilarious. And I'll say that to anyone. First of all, I mean, I'm buddies with Kevin Nash. It was cool to
Right.
see him in it. But I thought the first one was funny. We saw that in the theater, and we saw this one, of course.
Which one did you like better?
Honestly, I only saw the first one once, and I knew I liked it, so I can't remember how much I liked it, because I see so many movies, and it was like 3 or 4 years ago, but I think I like this one better. But I guarantee you, has anyone in here ever seen Magic Mike 1?
David.
Oh, okay, so you did. So
I'm married.
Can you honestly say that was a horrible movie?
No, it wasn't.
It was funny.
It was funny.
I mean,
it had a good
listen,
story to it.
If you're comfortable in your sexuality and you can watch a guy, shirtless, who cares? Listen, I pro wrestle with other guys in little trunks. I think I can handle watching Magic Mike. It's the same exact thing. I mean, I'm around it all the time. It's not really a big deal. The movie was hilarious.
See? Thank you. Thank you.
Now, did you see the sequel yet?
I saw it. My wife made me take her.
What'd you think?
I thought it was better than the first one.
There you go. See? Look at you holding back. And I bet all these guys secretly saw it too, and they're not saying nothing.
Well, Roy
the
goes.
first minute of the first.
Roy goes by himself. That's the problem.
I only saw it because I thought it was a documentary on Magic Jordan. So, it's like, oh, the Bulls.
Who's
the
Magic
Lakers.
Jordan?
No, Magic and Jordan. So it's like,
Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. Okay.
So
I
it's
was ready to say, are you butchering names too?
No. The
Bobby E, Magic
finals.
Jordan.
The 91 finals. The 91 finals. I'm like, oh.
Or Magic Johnson.
Oh, good God.
PG. I watch a little Cinemax After Dark myself. I gotta learn some moves.
That's why you have the TV in the store.
That's why you bring China.
What goes on behind this shiny curtain?
Amazingly.
Hey, you did say earlier that you feel safe in this building 9 and 10 at night. Why are you here so late?
It's been 30 minutes.
Why are you here so late?
Well, sometimes you don't get no love at home, and you gotta use a little Pornhub and.
Is that what the Sexy Star stand-up store over there?
That's why it has a little stain.
And the Prince Puma.
Where's
The sexy star is not in the video, is she?
No.
You know, because of this curtain, we get asked all the time, what's back there? They automatically assume it's an adult video section back there.
It is a cool.
Just David's adult video section.
The funniest, honest I am. The funniest road story that you could share.
You know, again, I hate to have a lame answer, but people ask that all the time, and I don't have one that pops in my head. I'm sure if we sat here and talked for 5 hours, I would spit some out, you know, as we're talking, but not like one crazy one like immediately pops in my head. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm always asked that, and I can't think of one specific one.
All right,
Every day is crazy.
When
This will be a crazy story.
It probably will. We'll never.
I met these crazy guys at some store, man, and
I'm
they're,
never
like,
going
talking about
back.
pornography.
He's gonna be like, I'm never going back there.
Every mark, and there's a butcher, and there's
It's like
doors.
all over again.
You know what? For some wrestlers in the future that want to come down here, can you please let them know it's not ghetto down
Oh, I will for sure. No, it's a nice area. It is not. I don't need a gun. I don't need a pistol.
We're not in Compton.
Granted, I did get here when it was light out, and now it's dark. So
Yeah.
it is a 20-foot walk to my car. I don't know.
You might get a couple of
Anything can happen.
girls.
Oh God, no, not that.
Those kind of girls.
Just don't go through Pacific.
Okay.
Avoid
When
Pacific.
you
Or Long Beach Boulevard.
when you stepped in the ring at Impact, was there anybody that you stepped in the ring with that kind of left you a little starstruck, like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually wrestling?
No, like I guess I think back on stuff and I say it's cool, but you know, once you're there with everyone, you want to feel like you're on the same level or better. If you're worried about them being above you, if you have the mentality that they're above you, then you know, I feel like you want to feel like you're equal to them, like you're a star. At least that's just how my mentality is. Looking back, to do things with Sting or Hulk Hogan or Jeff Hardy, it's Kurt Angle, it's cool, but at the time, it's all business, you know.
When you were a kid, did you think you would be here? I mean, when you were a teenager, did you think you would be?
No, I mean, looking and saying it's cool, you know. I didn't.
'Cause we have a lot of young kids that say they want to be a wrestler, and I tell them, you know, we tell them, oh, it's a lot of sacrifice. I mean,
Well, the thing I say about being a wrestler now is it's there's so much competition because there's only so many places to do it where you can make a living off of it, and you know, very 200 to 300 wrestlers I say in the world that actually make a full living from wrestling, and it's not just people in America trying to get a job; it's people in Japan, Mexico, Puerto Rico, all over Europe, Australia. So you're in competition with everyone to get those few spots, and then when you get that spot, it's about holding on to that spot. So wrestling, I mean, it's a cutthroat business, but like anything else, you know.
anybody you want to step in the ring with, you haven't stepped in the ring with?
No, I'm pretty sure. You know, like I would love to do more with like Bobby Roode. We've wrestled, but you know, I want it more. I would love to longer matches with him and more often. But I think I pretty much have wrestled everyone in TNA. Yeah.
Would you, not to put down, but would you want to do a WrestleMania?
I mean, I just want to do whatever is, you know, wherever I am at the time where I'm making the most money I can is, you know. But I'm happy in TNA now, you know.
TNA's doing, I think they're doing pretty good. I think they're coming up. I think you guys have a new head of creative.
We've had for a while now.
With Billy Corgan, right?
Billy Corgan's helping out, yeah.
Okay.
He's helping out with talent. He's an awesome dude, and he's doing it because he loves pro wrestling, which is so cool, and he's a great guy. I mean, obviously, he's a megastar. He's smashing pumpkins. I mean,
No, he doesn't need the money.
He's
I mean, we know
touring, yeah,
that.
he's touring right now with Marilyn Manson, and they're killing it in concerts, and I'm actually going to see him in 2 weeks because he's going to be in Jersey, New York area. But, yeah, I mean, he's, won MTV Music Awards
Right.
and whatever, and he's doing it because he loves wrestling, so that's super cool.
I mean, how is he working with him back? I mean,
He's just a great guy, just like anybody else, you know?
how was Russo?
Great. I mean, he helped me get hired, and I had a great relationship with him. I thought he was a really good dude.
The sad thing is, he says he gets a lot of shit, unfortunately. And he was here at the store, and I talked to him.
Oh, you did a signing with him?
We did a Q&A here, and he was awesome. I mean, nicest guy I met, because he says he told everybody as soon as he finished signing here, hey, come check out the Wrestling Guy store. He loves it here. Would love to come back. And but he gets a lot of shit. But I think he's probably one of the smartest guys that.
I mean, you wouldn't have
One of the
you wouldn't have
smartest
worked
minds.
for everywhere you've worked and done everything you've done if you weren't a smart guy.
Yeah,
You know, no matter what anyone says bad about him, he got where he was for a reason.
yeah. I I like him. I want to say that. You know, Russo's got a brain up there. You think we could see him back maybe someday with Impact?
It's pro wrestling. Never say never. God, Butcher could be the world champion. Anything could happen.
If Butcher wins the world champion, becomes world champion ever, I'll tell you right now, I will buy you In and Out for a month.
Only if it's the secret menu item.
Secret menu. CM Punk and MMA, would you do that?
No.
UFC or anything?
Not for me. I mean, maybe if I was making the money he's probably making, I would consider it. But, I mean, that training's grueling, and it's not for me, that kind of stuff. But, again, if I was making that money, maybe I would give it a try.
A try?
Yeah.
When are we
if I just lost on purpose, at least if I got the huge payday for one show, it's fine.
When are we going to see you back here in LA?
I don't know right now, but I'm here every few months for something that pops up, so I'll definitely keep you posted and stop here again. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. See? I'm not that bad.
He just met you.
That is true. I feel like you're going to walk me out and be like, all right, Rob, I'm going too. I forgot something in the back, and then lock the door, and then you go behind the curtain.
Oh, he does know you.
Pretty well.
I saw your tweets.
You know what? Forget you people. You know what? We're just going to wrap up because...
Or did you start a different Twitter account?
That we don't know about.
Yeah, some special thing.
You know what? Well, Rob, I want to tell you thank you for being on the podcast.
Let's call it felony, David.
This is just getting weird.
Yeah. You want to let everybody know your Facebook, Instagram, Twitter?
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter at Robbie E Impact. Official website, robbie-e.com. And then, of course, impactwrestling.com. You could find me on the roster page and get all the Impact Wrestling info you need there.
And Impact airs every Wednesday night on Destination America.
Check it out.
At 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock Eastern, yeah. So.
9 o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
Make sure you guys have a whole full week next week, too.
Yeah, we'll be taping July 22nd through the 31st at Universal Studios in Orlando, 9 days straight.
Wow. So be ready.
Yeah.
Thank you again, Robbie.
You got it.
Go grab some In and Out.
Boom.
We are